Hello my friends, welcome back. Leanna here. It's time to shop my stash for my April makeup, and it's time to retire my basket for March. Some of these products will be rolling over into my April basket. So let's get on into it. For my primer for April, I'm going to use this Too Faced Do You Luminous Face Primer. I believe this particular primer has been discontinued. On their website you can get caramel and other flavors, but you can't find this one. And the reason that I'm going to use this is because it does give you a very luminous glow, and I find the older I get that I'm kind of liking that little bit of glowiness to my skin. So I have been using this, as you can see, so I want to use this throughout April. I don't know if I'll be able to use it in the summertime because I have oily skin. And I'm also going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer because we will probably have some warm days in April. I used this also in March. I'm going to carry that over into my April basket. I'm also going to continue using my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly for my eye primer. For my foundation, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. It's oil-free, medium coverage, and I have the shade 210 Natural. I've had this foundation for a little while, so I want to try to use it up. I have not used it a lot, so also we'll be figuring out whether I really like it or not. And I'm also going to use this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder Foundation. This is shade 220 Natural Beige. As you can see, I have hit pan on it. There are some days when I get up to get ready for work and I just need to quickly put my face on, so this is good for that, and plus I want to go ahead and use it up. For my concealer, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Sand. I don't wear a lot of concealer. I'm playing around with it to see, do I need to wear concealer? Should I just let it go? So I'm going to play around with that and see what happens. For my setting powder, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I received this, I believe, in the Amazon Makeup Mystery Box that my son bought for me. So I've never used it. I want to give this a try and see how I like it. For setting spray in March, I said I was going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter. I decided not to do that because I had this Milani Make It Last, and as you can see, I'm almost done with it. And I thought, why start another setting spray? I may as well use what I have. I'm almost done with this. When this one is done, I will switch over to this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I really like the Morphe Setting Mist, and I have used some of this, so I'm trying to use up some products that I started using before I open up new ones. For contour, I'm going to use this NYX Professional Makeup Highlight and Contour Palette. You can see that this has been used. I really like this palette for an eyeshadow palette. It works really, really well. The highlighter in here to highlight under your brow is fantastic, but I want to use it for what it's intended. I bought this on sale, believe it or not, at Walmart last year for like $13. So this is the first bronzer palette that I ever bought, the Tarte Pro Glow palette. I did stick my finger in this cream bronzer, but I was really unsure as to how to use it. I bought this like a year ago. I don't know what the shelf life is on it, but now I know how to use a cream bronzer, so I want to give this palette a try. Also, probably about the same time I bought this Tarte bronzer. This is Park Avenue Princess. And I have used this some, but I haven't used it a whole lot. It has a bit of a satin sheen to it. So now that I'm a little bit more experienced, I want to give this another try. I think that, you know, as we're going into spring, having that little bit of an extra glow would be really pretty. And for those days that I don't want to feel extra glowy, I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs Tantric palette. This is such a pretty bronzer. I absolutely love it. It's very light too, so I'll have a nice mix. I have not used this bronzer in a little while, so I'll have a nice mix of bronzers to use. And for my blush choices, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush. This is almost peachy. I really love these primer infused blushes. They hold up really well. I have 3, maybe 4 of these. And the one of the other colors I really love, I think it's almost mauve or something like that. But I have not used this one very much. It's a very light pink, so I figure going into spring that this would be really pretty. And because a girl needs choices, I'm going to also use the Beauty Crop Blush Duo. This is Orient Glow, I believe is what it's called. It's a very pretty peachy pink blush. I have used this one a little bit too. I believe that I got this in my very first glossy box. And then for highlight, because the highlight in the Tarte face palette, you know, is not enough, I'm going to use this Too Faced by the Light. It is a very pretty highlight. And I'm also going to use this Anastasia Liquid Glow. This is Perla. This is a liquid highlighter because, like I said, I'm getting older and for some reason I want to be glowy. And then I thought it would be nice to give this Glow Milk from the Beauty Crop a try. It's nourished with coconut oil, and I thought that that might be pretty under my foundation just as an all-over glow. I have not ever used this. I think this as well came in one of my glossy boxes. So for my eyeshadow palettes, in March I had 4 palettes, but 3 of them had a lot of greens in them. Of course, I picked that for March, you know, St. Patty's Day. And I found myself getting bored. I had the Natasha Denona Glam palette, and I really did enjoy using that, but I found myself getting bored. So for April, I have chosen 4 palettes, but they're a little bit bigger than the ones I chose in March. The first palette I picked is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I've had this palette for a while and I have swatched it, but I've never used it. So I thought this would be a good neutral palette to use. It does have some color in it. That pink would be really pretty for springtime. And then I have these 2 KKW Beauty palettes. I have the Classic palette, which looks like a very good spring palette. Again, I've never used it, so I'm excited to give that one a try. And then I have Classic Bloom, which again looks to me to be a very pretty spring palette. Never tried that one either. And then I believe it was my birthday. It was either my birthday or Christmas. My son sent me a box of makeup, and he sent me this You Can Be Spotlight palette. And I've heard a lot of good things about this palette. Before I even got the palette, I had watched a few YouTube videos that talked about this palette and how good it was. I used it in a video unboxing the things that Christopher sent me, but I have not used it since. And this is a beautiful palette. Those are definitely some great spring colors. So I figure between this and the chocolate palette with all of the neutrals in it and the KKW Beauty palettes, I'll have plenty of options and colors to play around with. And all of these products that I can find links to, I will put the links to all of them down in the description box below. I know that some of them, like the Tarte bronzer palette, I have not been able to find that, so I believe that's been discontinued, but if I can find any of the links to any of these, they'll be down in the description. And for my mascara choice, I'm going to use this Maybelline Full and Soft because I've had it for a little while and I want to use it up. For March, I had decided to use this Laura Geller eyelash primer and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to continue using that for April. I had also chosen these two Essence mascaras, the Last Lash Princess and the the lash extensions. And I really enjoyed those. So to use them up, I'm going to continue to use those in April. I used this e.l.f. eyebrow pencil and taupe part of the time in March, so I have not quite finished it. I'm almost there, almost. It's just a little teeny tiny bit left, so I'm going to continue to use that. In March, I chose to use these L'Oreal lip liner pencils. These were some of the first that I bought and I really do like them, so I'm going to continue to use them, again with the theme of trying to use things up. And I also was using this Maybelline Superstay ink crayon, which is really nice. It stays on really well. It's very creamy. This is I'm on the edge. So I'm going to continue to use these. I also was using this Becca under eye primer. It's an anti-fatigue under eye primer and I really liked it, so I'm going to continue to use that. And then I was thinking about all of the skincare products that I have and I thought, why don't I throw some skincare products over in the basket that I just forget to use sometimes. I mean, I have a morning skincare routine and I have a nighttime skincare routine that I do religiously every single day. But then there are the extra things that I enjoy doing and that I can do, I just don't think about it. So I threw these products in my April beauty basket. I have 4 face masks so that I can do 1 mask a week. I have Win the Last Choice that I got in one of my subscription boxes. An e.l.f. aloe infused cool, calm and collected mask that came in the Amazon mystery makeup box that my son sent me. I have a 111 Skin rose gold mask that I got in a BoxyCharm. And then I purchased the snail slime mask to honor Jean Louise for her birthday, and something came up and I was not able to do a video to honor her, so I'm going to do this the very first Monday. In honor of Jean Louise, I am going to smear slime, snail slime, all over my face to make me beautiful. The other skincare products that I threw in, there's this little Caudali Venosource SOS Thirst Quenching Serum. It's just a little sample. I thought it would be nice to give that a try. I have this Glam Glow Moisture Trip. I've had this for a little while, so I want to use that. I have this Glam Glow Berry Glow Probiotic Recovery Mask that I will do once or twice a week. I'm going to be so beautiful when April is over with. I don't think I missed anything. Those are all of the products that I'm going to be using for the month of April. This is my second month of doing Shop My Stash, and I'm really enjoying it. It's fun to go through all of my It's fun to go through all of my makeup and pick out products that I want to use throughout the month. And it gives me the opportunity to use a lot of products that normally I would overlook, and to push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone by using some of them. I have a lot of makeup products, so you overlook things sometimes. It's also a great way for me to go through all of my products, and things that I'm not enjoying I can get rid of, because when we hold on to things that we don't enjoy, it tends to make us feel bad about ourselves. You know, we're holding on to something but we're not using it, and you know how that goes. So thank you for spending a few minutes of your day with me to watch me shop my stash for my April beauty products. If you're new around here, my name is Leanna. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. It sure would make my day. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscription button and ring that little bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are, and we are all beautiful at any age. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Christopher, did you know that snail excretion is good for your skin? I mean, it says it right there on the back. Right. I'm so flustered I can't even turn it right side up. It says snail secretion right there. Snail secretion has been used for centuries to treat skin problems and maintain skin healthiness. So when the weather starts getting warm and you get up early in the morning to go fishing, you know how you go outside sometimes barefoot and you step on a slug? Well, the next time, just pick that sucker up and rub it across your face. Makes you beautiful. Mama loves you, boo.